The best address on TV is inspired by private property. Start your search for property now on privateproperty.co.za. On Win a Home, you could land any one of our incredible prizes by entering our weekly competitions. Tonight we look at the heart of the house, the living room, and how it can up a property's value. This is where our 4 young designers face their next decor challenge.
Welcome to Win a Home, the show where just by entering any of our weekly competitions, you stand a chance of winning a luxury 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment on South Africa's premier lifestyle estate, Stay City, or a powerful Mercedes-Benz C-Class, or 2 100-gram gold bars worth over 50,000 Rand each.
Our grand prize 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment is taking shape.
What's going into the lounge?
I have a rough brick wall that they've got on the outside of the building where there's a little bit of rough brick, and I want to bring that inside. I'm putting up a bit of copper cladding on the walls to bring in the whole mining feel, a little bit of wooden cladding to bring in an earthy feel, and then from a furniture point of view, dining room table, pretty much just after you enter the door, we have a massive wall unit on this side, which has the TV at the top, a fireplace on this side. And then from a practicality point of view in terms of furniture, I've specifically designed an absolutely gorgeous, completely round lounge suite. Low on the one side, by the same token, great conversationally, but doesn't block out your view. And the fabric I've tied in as well, beautiful fabrics from Black Fabrics. And I've had a chat to Stephen Black.
MUP's discovered a world of local and imported textiles at Black Fabrics.
One of the nice touches Kim decided to do was to include wallpaper on the ceiling. It's a nice light gold colour, so it really does bring in the City of Gold feeling, so you're living under the ceiling of the City of Gold. But then we also needed to add some colour and some texture in. So Kim chose this really outstanding fabric in terms of design. It comes from Sweden. It's a modern pattern that really just sort of pops out. And this will probably go on to a headboard.
And this one here has such beautiful texture.
It does, doesn't it, Marbs? It's really a stunning fabric. Very simple, but because of the fleck running through, it gives it more depth. That will be placed on an ottoman in the room. And they're all, funnily enough, working beautifully with the gold.
At the Black Fabrics showroom, MUP's found out where designers get their inspiration for colours, textures and soft furnishing for any living space.
Ashley, please help me load Mabs up with these fabrics so you can take them to the grand prize apartment.
The local and imported fabrics are a treasure trove.
Cheers, guys.
Bye, Mabs.
Our prize apartment makes the most of its living space, with raised ceilings and full-length windows that maximize ventilation and natural light. South Africans love entertaining, so our warm climate means that it comes naturally when we have open-plan living. You can also save energy and give yourself some serious green credentials. But what other features add value to a home?
With postcard sea views of Cape Town and a beach beneath as your front yard, this penthouse in Horizon Bay redefines luxury, as private property Simon Bray confirms.
Wow, expansive beach views all the way inland on the one side and Table Mountain on the other side. I don't think you can ask for a better location than this.
I mean, we're right at the highest point on the western seaboard of Cape Town. Beautiful, beautiful views in all directions. But it's not just the location. It's certainly often a room or a space inside the home that really sets off the property value. So I think we should take a look inside.
Once overlooked, a recent wealth report puts Table View in the pound seats when it comes to attracting wealthy buyers.
This is a beautiful space. South Africans in particular are very house proud. We love to have people over. We have a glass of wine in the evening with friends and family. And it's in a room like this that you can really see yourself doing that.
That's it, Simon. And that's what makes it such a unique space. You have amazing views from this apartment. You've got views straight over Robben Island, straight into the distance, the backdrop of Table Mountain. But it's not just that sells the space. It's the finishes, the decor, the German oak flooring, the floor-to-ceiling windows. And it all gives a sense of warmth to the space, which really makes you feel at home. This is no doubt the best-kept secret on the Western Seaboard.
If 3 bedrooms, ensuite, air conditioning for summer and underfloor heating in winter isn't enough, this apartment has 24-hour security and 3 parking bays. Your heart may be set on modern clean lines, but your head turned by the artistic and quirky. Here at Simbithi Golf and Eco Estate on KZN's Dolphin coast, colour and creative touches give the space its character.
What are the essential elements to look for in a lounge?
Well, I mean, the lounge is really the centerpiece of the home. It's got to make a statement. This is where you're going to entertain your friends and your family, so you really want to give them a wow factor when they walk in. Critically important is the design and the layout of the lounge. It must have great flow off the various other living areas. You must get the sense of warmth and light, but to give it that wow factor, it's all about the furnishing. You want to give it the sense of drama, and I mean, this is a great example. You've got these beautiful high ceilings, the light is coming in here, and you've got this beautiful center point coffee table, which really adds drama to the room.
Luxury is defined by space, so this open plan living room gets top marks. But it's the soft furnishing that gives the signal to just relax.
The lounge is turning into very much a gathering point, a multifunctional space. Friends and family come and congregate. This house has got 3 lounges. You've got this lovely formal lounge just off the dining room if you want to have a coffee after dinner, this main lounge here, and this lovely outdoor space that it opens out to if you just want to go and relax and look at the view.
And every good lounge needs a great couch. And this is the definition of lounge.
Coming up after the break, there's no lounging around for our finalists as they tackle their next decor challenge, competing for that 100,000 Rand cash prize and the chance to be the preferred designer at Stain City.
Because PPC gives you strength beyond the bag, we're with you on every build.
Showcasing homes from every corner of our remarkable country. Visit Private Property now on your smartphone or tablet.
Plascon Double Velvet, the washable and stain-resistant paint. Now with a 15-year quality guarantee. Plascon, paint with imagination.
We're back at Stain City, the location of our grand prize apartment and our designer challenge. Last week, Jonathan walked away with the judges' vote for his fire-themed study. Who will it be this week?
At stake, a 100,000 Rand cash prize and the chance to be a preferred designer to Stain City.
You will be decorating the lounge. Now, this one is a bit challenging because it will give the first impression as you walk into the apartment. So it's very important that you put your thinking caps on of how you'll make this the ultimate creation.
All 4 finalists have been armed with a Samsung Galaxy Note Pro 12.2 tablet, loaded with a special version of Nedbank's free lifestyle tool, My Financial Life, to help them budget for the challenge and track their spending. Jason Sandals has been allocated 90,000 Rand for his living room by his mentor, Stephen Falk.
I'm excited for what I'm going to do with the lounge. The challenge is to use your space effectively. I think that you can easily fall into the trap of putting too much stuff. I think that balance between what you do in the room and the items that you bring into the room is important.
Quite a rare opportunity to have Stephen shopping with me today, so I'm really excited to get his take on, what he thinks about the theme and what I want to do and the pieces that I want to get.
I think it's very important that you have to realize the anthropometrics of the space is how you walk through everything to get upstairs. So you've got a dining room, you've got a sitting room, but you still have to get to your patio, you have to get to your staircase. Please do me a favor. Always work with a tape measure, draw it out to scale. Okay. That's the golden rule with design.
The input was invaluable. The man is deep, the man is wise, he knows what he's speaking about. So his advice to me was definitely a breath of fresh air.
Jason's trying a fresh new wall finish.
My whole design philosophy is about being different, it's about being unique. So the entire challenge so far, we've done wallpaper, we've done paint, and I wanted to do a treatment on my wall that is different. So I found a company that does a concrete finish on your walls, and it creates a nice, smooth, but rough finish and almost organic finish.
This time he's pushed his own panic button.
So this week I tried to plan everything in such a way that I would be finished a couple of hours before the deadline. It was the furthest thing from that. I got my guys in to do my 3D wall a day before, and they took 2 full days to complete this wall when they were supposed to take a couple of hours. That totally put everything behind because I couldn't do some of my finishing because they were painting. I couldn't bring furniture in because they taken up the whole space. So that pushed my time. The 3D wall was the most stressful thing this week.
But he triumphed over his stress and achieved his dramatic feature wall on deadline. While Jason was on the hunt for last-minute accessories, Tumi installed a Samsung entertainment system.
You're sitting on my coffee table. What's happening?
Come, let me show you.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm using the screen mirroring function, so I can mirror this app straight onto the Samsung Smart TV.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing.
And not only can I do that, but I can also check out what's happening on my Twitter feed at the same time.
So it's in my apartment. Does that mean it's mine?
Unfortunately, you don't get to keep this. This is going to the grand prize apartment.
So I'd have loved to keep it. Looks amazing in my apartment. And is the screen curved?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. This is the Samsung curved UHD TV, and the curved design actually gives you a cinematic experience. Also, for movie buffs, the smart Bray player allows you to enjoy your favorite movies, and you can stream content in Ultra HD.
Wow, the screen quality is a lot sharper, and whoa, that curve. It's crazy. I'm definitely a movie junkie. But what about the music?
Well, I've got just the thing for you. The Samsung Wireless AirTrack allows you to connect wirelessly to your TV or cell phone, and you avoid all the clutter from the cables with the wireless subwoofer.
Just by connecting her Galaxy Note Pro via Bluetooth, Tumi can open the Samsung Music app and have instant tunes on the go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, why don't we experience this in 3D?
The 3D capabilities of the Samsung curved UHD TV add to this immersive experience. Contrasting with the high-tech gadgets are Jason's repurposed mirror and wall installation he crafted using offcuts of wood, which complement his feature coffee table.
I love the idea of taking something that was used for something else and converting it, transforming it for a different purpose. So what I did to tie my bedroom into my lounge was I made a table out of the door that comes from India. I also tried to bring more metal into my lounge this time. So with my lighting, I used the copper cage lighting. That works perfectly with the copper chairs that I have around my dining room table. So I would really wanted my lounge to be an amalgamation of the different rooms, pieces that I use in each of the rooms.
It's a bold mix of styles and textures for his earth-inspired living room. For Donald Fumalo, 130,000 Rand allocated by mentor Abeline Brody gives his air theme just the lift it needs.
I'm really liking the space, and I think it speaks to that contemporary living where you don't need a dining space. You can have your bar counter as your dining area, so the lounge can literally function as a lounge.
While Donald's budget is big, the space isn't expansive, and that has challenges of its own, with focal points, size of pieces, and pulling it all together elegantly.
So I arrived with an idea of what I wanted for the coffee table, and I wasn't certain if I'd find it. And thankfully, I had my Note Pro, and I looked through my inspiration pictures.
I see you on the internet. What are you up to?
I'm looking for a coffee table. I have an idea of what I want, so I've done a quick search, and look what I found.
Oh, that looks nice. You're connected to a telecom Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yes, I am.
This actually happens to be one of our close to 4,000 Wi-Fi hotspots that we have available countrywide. And if you're one of our customers, we actually provide you with a free Wi-Fi bundle per month. And even if you're not a telecom subscriber, you get 30 minutes of free Wi-Fi access per day.
What happens if I move away from a hotspot and I want to share data with a friend?
Oh, that's easy. Telkom has an LTE MiFi router that is actually a mobile router, which actually allows you to create your own personal Wi-Fi space and enables you to connect up to 10 devices simultaneously.
This is fantastic. I think I want to keep this one.
And what do you know? I find a coffee table similar in the shop that I'm in.
Another challenge I have for this week is that I don't want to clutter the space. So I'm looking for big key items, but not too many of them. And even though they are big, I don't want them to look bulky.
A subtle Plascon double velvet palette pulls it all together with grass wallpaper adding texture. To work, it has to be fresh, light and airy.
I've got my curtains here, and I've got my couch here, I've got the tables, and I've got everything. But everything is bubble wrapped. So it's going to take some time to unwrap everything and to dust and to clean because we are on a construction site. I think in design it's important to sometimes custom make things to fit a space. So what I've done this week is I've custom made a floating TV unit. Abilene brings a calmness to her. I think she's phenomenal when she arrives because she brings in a sense of we can do this, and she's not fazed by anything. In the last moments, it's really important because you're very stressed and everything is all over the place. It's nice that you have your mentor there coming to guide you and to help you style the place and to help you put things in place. So Abilene arrives and my nerves just relax. Abilene's style of mentoring is really what I think everybody needs. She isn't domineering in her presence. She isn't domineering in her feedback. She lets you do your thing. And then when you need her, that's when she's there to just catch you like, the mother eagle.
Did Donald's space blow you away? Or did Jason unearth your secret wish for a decor makeover? Vote online at winnerhome.tv to be in the running to win 50,000 Rand from Nedbank. Up next, Lisa and Jonathan piece together their elements in the lounge. Winner Home, proudly connected by Telkom Broadband.
The world's first curved UHD TV from Samsung.
Make your home improvements happen with Nedbank ReAdvance. To access the funds already paid into your home loan, SMS HOME to 30755. Nedbank Home Loans in association with Winner Home.
Welcome back to Winner Home. We've seen Jason and Donald's organic living spaces, but will it be Lisa's water-themed lounge that speaks volumes?
It's the toughest budget challenge this week for Lisa Skoltz. Her mentor, Amanda Elliott, has only allocated 82,000 Rand for this key room.
With this week's challenge being the lounge, I've decided to tone my feminine style down a little bit to keep the judges happy. Their critique has been that it's a little bit too feminine over the past 3 weeks. I'm very excited about this one. Obviously, it's the living space, so it's where you spend most of your time. And I'm going to create a room where I would want to live. Being a designer, it's really nice to be able to use the Note Pro, the multi-screen function where you can browse ideas on Pinterest or color schemes on Google. And it just makes it really easy to do it right there on the spot. I found a beautiful rug for my lounge. It goes very nicely with my color scheme, which is quite neutral, earthy tones this week. It's called Magic, and the color is cement with a bit of a pattern on it, so I think it's going to be very interesting in my lounge.
Lisa has used aptly named Plascon paint colors, Scuba Diver, Mermaid Jewel and Tidal Pool to amplify her water theme. This week, she's going a bit darker.
I've decided to make the walls quite dark. The color from Plascon is Storm. It's quite a moody room, which I like. It's implementation day and everything seems to be running very smoothly. Amanda's on site and we're just going through everything, opening up the furniture, cleaning the mirrors, and yeah, it all just seems to be falling in place. Something valuable I learned from Amanda this week is that you don't need to go from shop to find items. We actually sourced a lot of items on the internet and just planned it out really well, space-wise, on our floor plans. And I think that's a very important design element I'm learning from her, is that you need to be more technical than just making things pretty. I've used quite a few focus points in the room. The carpet is very visual and quite a beautiful piece. The clock is a little bit more masculine. The brick wallpaper creates a texture against the colored wall. The sofa is a raw natural linen. And then the mirror above the sofa is quite industrial. So that also helps to just create a more neutral look and not such a feminine look.
It's a gamble. Will Lisa's move away from her signature style attract critical comments from the judges? Nedbank's Tim Akanusi looks past the furnishing and at the figures.
Tim, what role does a lounge play in the value of a home?
To me, a lounge is quite pivotal in defining the character of a home, regardless of the size. And one like this that is quite central and has a lot of natural light, as well as the fact that it's open, really enables a homeowner to integrate both design and functionality. The idea of having decor and design that screams beautiful, but I can't touch it and engage with it, versus decor that is both beautiful and livable and engaging, really is an important concept that homeowners need to get right about their place. Lisa's done a very good job on a very limited budget to make sure that this place is a livable space and yet beautiful, and that puts a nice premium on a lounge like this.
With a substantial budget of 125,000 Rand, Jonathan Avnon will be able to fuel his fire theme for this all-important social space.
When I hear that my budget for the lounge is 125,000, I'm quite relieved. I think it's a suitable amount to decorate a space that size. I think there is definitely going to be some budgeting that's required. Thankfully, there is obviously the Nedbank app to help me with that, but I think that I'll be able to get all the items that I want. I'm hoping to get a sofa, an armchair, and a dining room table. As I've got a much bigger space in my apartment, I need to incorporate a dining area as well, so that's something that I really need to focus on, and obviously hope that my budget extends that far. It's been really helpful having the multi-screen app on my Samsung tablet. While I'm in one shop browsing furniture, I can simultaneously look at the online stock of another shop and see who has the best options and, most importantly, who has the best price.
Talk about keeping your design genius under wraps. But when well planned and budgeted, it's just a matter of moving the feast into place. You know you've aced it when there's time to play a bit with options. Jonathan created cohesion by painting the open plan living space the same ashy Plascon color as his spare room.
Wow, Jonathan, 30 minutes before the deadline and you're done. You've definitely done well for this week. Natal, what do you think of Jonathan's color choice?
This week, Jonathan has selected a color called Fresh Linen. It's really a lovely neutral color that is soothing, that is relaxing, that creates a really calm space in the room. What I also love with what he's done is that his theme is fire, which is quite bold and fiery. Neutral palettes are great for that kind of accent pieces that are bold and strong because they visually balance the space.
So Jonathan, why did you choose this specific color?
I love this paint color. It's actually the same one that I used in the study, which just shows how versatile it is. You can literally take it from one room to the next and have a completely different look and feel, just depending on what kind of decor and furniture items you use. I also like the fact that it is so neutral that in a year's time, if I got a little bit bored of the color scheme, I could easily add a pop of color with a feature wall, change out my furniture, and once again, it would have a totally different look and feel without having to change the paint color.
Absolutely, Jonathan. The great thing about the color is that it's classic. It's going to add longevity to the room. That way you don't have to spend additional money repainting the room if you're looking for a different feel.
I think coming out of this week, something that I did learn is priorities. I think because I didn't have enough budget to have curtains that extended the entire width of my sliding doors, perhaps I could have cut back on a few other areas. But I did feel that getting quality furniture trumped curtains, and as such, I think, yeah, maybe just priorities and what is the most important thing in a space.
The key area, the living room, is done, and all four designers can breathe for a moment. Our judges, interior design guru Kim Hutton, presenter Maps Maponyane, and head of marketing for Stain City, Tammy Menton, arrive in Mercedes-Benz style to vote for the top talent in this week's Design Challenge. They are hands-on in their assessment, taking in first impressions, space to move, clever innovation, all the angles, and the comfort test. Is the room really a lounge, or is it too much of a showroom?
This week I'm going to go for the contestant or the finalist who really listened to us, is learning as they progress through the competition, and really generated a lovely feeling lounge, comfortable home space. Lisa.
This week my vote goes to Lisa. I have voted for her before, and for good reason. I think she's consistent, I love her style, I love the way she interprets her space, and I think she's a deserving winner.
My favorite this week is Lisa. She took that strong femininity out of her room and yet left the essence of Lisa in it and executed it very well.
I knew that Lisa would one day just rain on all our parade. I know she would just like push through the air, flood the earth, and just kill the fire. I knew she would do it one day.
So Lisa's living room swept the judges away, but you can also have your say online and put yourself in the running to win 50,000 Rand from Nedbank. Remember, every single competition you enter here on Win a Home, whether it's online or SMS, puts you into the draw to win that multi-million Rand state-of-the-art apartment at Stain City, or that powerful and agile Mercedes-Benz C-Class, or two 100-gram gold bars worth over 50,000 Rand each. See you again next week, Thursday, on Winner Home, and make sure you get your entries in. Lines close Thursday, the 6th of November.
If you've been eyeing the designer's innovative Samsung tablets and wishing you had one, then this is for you. This week we're giving away a brand new Galaxy Note Pro 12.2, the ultimate in productivity, performance and portability. Enter online at winnerhome.tv or SMS the keyword Samsung followed by your name to 33764. That's 33764. Each and every entry puts you in line for the grand prize draw.
Surround yourself with the world's first cinematically curved UHD TV.
The best address on TV is inspired by private property. Start your search for property now on privateproperty.co.za.